doing the question. Okay. So here are the questions on your screen. Okay, and we were doing the question number. So start doing the question number 7. Do question number 7 here. Do question number 7. Engine 8,000 kg engine pulls a trains of 5 wagons. Okay, it is the weight of a engine, and the 5 wagons are theirs, and each of them is going to have the weight of 20,000 kg. Sorry, 2,000 kg along a track. If the engine exert a force of 40,000 newtons and the track offer a frictions of 5,000 newtons, calculate the net accelerating force. Okay, so you know that first, this is a train having 5 wagons. Okay, and an engine is there. Okay, and the weight of the total train means you can see that the weight of the total train will be this is 5 wagon, that will be 10,000 wagons, 10,000 weight for this 5, 10,000, and that of alone engine is 8,000, 8,000. So it will be, the total weight will be, total mass will be, how much it will be? The total mass will be 18,000 kg, mass of the train. And you know that if the engine is pulling or is exerting a force of 40,000 newton, so here it is exerting a force of 40,000 newton. Okay, then how much force and there is a frictional force is exerting, and that is 5,000 newton here, 5,000 newtons. So how much the net accelerating force will be acting on it? Tell me. It is just simple that if an object, if a person is pulling or exerting a force in this direction, that is 40,000 newton, and another frictional force is exerting on this is 5,000 newton. So what will be the net accelerating force here? Tell me. Hamna, tell me. What would be the net accelerating force? Hamna, tell me. You have to minus this one. Hamna, are you there in the class? Hamna, are you there beta in the class? Is I'm audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
So okay, tell me beta, what would be the net accelerating force acting on it? So here it is asking the net accelerating force. So the net accelerating force will be 35,000 newton only. That is 40,000 is exerted by the engine, and the 5,000 newton is a frictional force. So net accelerating force will be 35,000 newton only. The acceleration of the train, means the train. So you know that this is the actually 35,000 newton force is exerting on it. So you know that F is equals to m into a. Here you have to write here 35,000, and because the net accelerating force, net, we have to calculate the net because the acceleration of the train is according to the net accelerating force. Okay, if suppose if I'm saying that if I'm exerting a 5 newton force to here and 5,000 newton force to here, so it will be zero. It will be zero. Okay, there will be no acceleration. Got it?
Yes,
Got
sir.
it? So that will be no acceleration, and if there is no acceleration, you can simply say that that will be considered as 0. Got it? So accelerating force, if I'm saying that, and if I'm going to explain you here that this is a train, okay, and in this train, if I'm saying that in this train, okay, let me explain you here. So if I'm saying that this is a train and it is going to have 5 boxes here, okay, 1 2 3 4, okay, and here is a engine 3 4 and 5, okay, and engine is exerting a force of in the direction that is 40,000 newton. 40,000 newton force is being exerted by this one. This is engine, and this one is exerting a force in the backward direction, that is the frictional force, and that is of 5,000 newton. 5,000 newton, and it is exerting a force in this direction, and that is 40,000 newtons. So the net accelerating force will be, it is just similar that if we are exerting a 10 newton force in this direction and the 2 newton force in this direction, the net accelerating force will be 8 newton, 8,000 newton. So this is similar. This is similar that the net accelerating force here, net accelerating force here is 40,000 minus 5,000, that would be 35,000 newton. Okay, now if we need to calculate the acceleration is always calculated. Acceleration is always calculated. Acceleration is always calculated. Calculated in the net accelerating force. Yeah, on the net accelerating force. Okay, so if I'm saying here that if I'm saying that this is 35,000 is the net accelerating force here, so you know that F is equals to m into a, and you need to calculate the acceleration. So you can write here 35,000 is equals to 18,000 is the weight, because of 2,000 is for this one, 2,000 for this one, 2,000 for this one. Each wagon is of 2,000 and engine is of 8,000. So total it will be 18,000 into a. So when you divide this one, 35,000 when divided by 18,000, 18,000, so you will get, it will be get cancelled out here. And when 35 divided by 18, 18, so 18 ones are 18, then you will get here 17, and then 0.0, then 18 nines are 162, then 8, then 0, then 18 fours are okay, for the sorry. So that will be approximate. You will find that okay, it will be approximate 1.94 meter per second square. Okay, got it?
Yes, sir.
So that will be the acceleration for the this one. And here we need to find out the force of wagon 1 on 2. The force of wagon 1 on 2 means which one is considered to be as wagon 1. So here we have the wagon. So if it is being exerted here, now you need to calculate the force of wagon 1 on 2, means you need to calculate that what is the force exerted by this wagon on 2. So actually 2 is being connected. 2 is not only single being connected with this one, this is also being connected with this one and this one also. So this will be considered as a single body. Okay, so we need to calculate the force exerted by this wagon 1 on 2. So how can you calculate the force on wagon 1? So you know that this is the acceleration here, that this is the acceleration we have, that is all of them is going to, because all of them are connected with the same string, so all of them is going to have the same acceleration. Means this wagon is also the rate of change of velocity of this wagon and this one again is same, because all of them are connected with they don't have means if means simple, if a body is connected with a string or something they are connected, then all of them is going to have the same acceleration. So this wagon is also going to have the same acceleration, but what you need to do is you need to calculate the total mass of this one. What is the total mass of 4 bodies? So that if you need to calculate the force exerted 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 by wagon 1 on 2 is equals to F is equals to M into A. And you know that you have calculated it is 1.94 is the acceleration. What would be the A? A is not only we are just calculating the mass of second wagon, that is 20,000. No, because second wagon is also connected with the other wagons also, and that it is being also connected with the fourth wagon that is being behind it. So you have to add the masses of 4 because this is the same, because this wagon has to, this string has a tension, this chain or which with this is being connected here, this wagon is going to have tension that is equals to this one plus this one. Is this wagon has to exert a force on this one, this one, and this one also. So actually these are 4 wagons and this is the 5th wagon, so this one is exerting a force on these 4. So you have to add all the masses of these 4 bodies, and that would be 80,000 sorry 8,000. So when you multiply this one, whatever the answer comes, that would be equivalent to that answer. Okay, so you have to write here 1.94 into 8. Okay, and 8,000 you have to multiply this one. You get 8 4 is 32, then 3 carry, then 8 9s are 72, 72, 72 and 3 75, and 7 carry, 8 ones are 8 and 7 15. Okay, and then you have to put the decimal after. This will be the answer, and then you have to put the decimal after that, after the 3. So you will get here 15520, and that would be 15,520 Newton force will be exerted by the second wagon on the first. Okay, got it?
Yes, sir.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
Copy it, please. Copy it. Copy from the previous one. Okay. This is the question number. This is actually the question number 7 from the NCERT. Okay. आज मेरी तबीयत ठीक नहीं है यार.
Can you show the next slide?
That is 1.94. Next slide, do you want? Okay. Wait a minute.
So done.
Done.
Done, sir.
Okay. Okay. Let's move further. Okay. Here we have a question here. an automobile is moving, the mass of this one is being given to you. Actually, you knows very well that in force, or whether we are just doing any numerical regarding to, okay, so we need acceleration. Acceleration is very important because you have in all the equations, you have v is equals to u plus at, like you are having this one, s is equals to ut plus half at square. Okay, in the similar way, v square is equals to u square plus 2as. Okay, if you are using any of the equation of motion, as acceleration is important. In similar way, if you are calculating the force, here we also need the acceleration. So acceleration is very important. So in every questions, whether it is if there is an acceleration is being given, that here just you know that here the net they were asking the net acceleration force, so we just simply calculated here. But for exerting the acceleration, means if this is not being given to you, let's suppose this portion is not given to you, and if it is being asked that what is the force exerted by wagon 1 on 2, then still you have to calculate the accelerations, because as without acceleration you will not be able to calculate. So that is very important, that acceleration in every question, in such type of question you need to calculate. Okay, so an automobiles having a vehicles, an automobile vehicles has a mass of 1500 kg. What must be the force between the vehicles and the road if the vehicle is to be stopped in the negative acceleration of this one? I think this question we have done previously. Yes, we have done this question. So please do this question, question number 10. Do question number 10. Are you trying? Both of you, Maridullah?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Hamna, beta, are you trying?
Yes, sir.
So it is simple question, beta. If it is being said that a horizontal force of 200 Newton, we intend to move a wooden cabinet. Using we are just applying a force of 200 newtons. Okay, an intent to wood, we are just applying a force on a wooden block using a horizontal force of 200 newton. Okay, here it is 200 newton force. Okay, we intend to move a wooden cabinet across a floor at a constant velocity. When it is being said that it is a constant velocity, means there is no change in the velocity, and since there is no change in the velocity, we say that the acceleration is equals to zero. Acceleration is zero. So what is the frictional force that will be exerted on the cabinet? So if I'm saying that, what is so since we are applying and we don't want to change, Okay, so what would be the frictional force? Let me know. What would be the frictional force that would be exerted on the cabinet? So that would be equivalent to 200 Newton only. Got it? So if we are applying a force and we don't want the object to move, okay, because if we apply more force, then means you just think that if an object is moving with a constant velocity, it start moving, and we are applying 200 Newton force here, and another force is also being applied here. Now it has been started moving. Okay, so since it started moving, now we are applying, when it start moving, we are just applying 200 Newton force. So if we apply more force, then it will start showing a escalated motion. Since there is no escalated motion here shown because the velocity is constant, so what is the frictional force that would be exerted on the cabinet? So that would be of 200 Newtons only. Okay, got it? And if we say there is a zero acceleration force, then zero. If we think that the frictional force is zero, then if applying 200 Newton force, it means that F is equals to m into a, means there must be some acceleration. Got it? So as
Yes, sir.
acceleration is zero, it means that the net force acting on it is zero. Okay, how can you make this F into a is zero when this will be zero? Because mass of an object cannot be zero. So this would be zero. So how can this net accelerating force, this net force can be zero? If you are applying 200 Newtons, let's suppose if you are applying 200 Newton in this direction, then how can it net accelerating force is zero? So it will be when the frictional force is also 200 Newton, then it will be zero. Got it? Got it, beta?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's move to the next question. Two objects each of mass 1.5 kg are moving in a straight line but in opposite direction. Okay, there are two objects, they are moving, each of 1.5 kg is moving, having a straight line in both but in opposite direction, means this is moving in this direction and this is moving in this direction. The velocity of each object is 2.5 meter per second before the collision. Okay, during which they stick together, what would be the velocity of combined object after the collision? So it is being asked that what would be the velocity of the combined object, okay, so when they are moving. Okay, so let's assume, let's draw this one and let's solve this question. Okay, so let's solve. So it is being said that they are the two objects and they are moving and they are of equal mass. Let assume their masses is m. Okay, and they are moving with the same velocity but in opposite direction. Okay, so let u is the velocity of this one, so its velocity will be considered as minus u because it is in opposite direction. If I'm saying that this object is moving in this direction with u velocity, since velocity is a vector quantity, so if this direction is taken as positive, so its opposite will be taken as negative. So here the initial momentum of this one will be m1 u1. Okay, so let me clear this drawing. So mu. Okay, and this one, the initial momentum of this one will be minus mu. Okay, is equals to total bracket. You can simply say that would be m plus m will be the mass of the new object. You can simply say that this one. Okay, into here you have to write here v. You need to calculate this is the final velocity. When these objects move together, this will be considered as total final momentum, means total mass into final velocity, because it is being said that when they combine together, what will be the velocity? So you know that here their initial momentum when they combine together. Okay, so after some times their initial momentum, that I'm saying that is m into 2.5 minus m into the mass of the object is given or not? Okay, mass, let me check the mass. Okay, mass is also given here, so mass is also being given here. Okay, so that is 1.5 kg. So you can simply say that whatever the mass here it will become zero. So 1.5, okay, plus into 2.5 plus minus. Why I'm writing here minus? Because the velocity is of in minus. You can simply write here 1.5 into minus of 2.5. Okay, this is very important to write here, that since the velocity is in opposite direction, so if I'm taking this velocity as positive, so this will be taken as negative. Okay, and here you have to write here 1.5 plus 1.5 into v is equals to 5. So when they stick together, you will find that the same values are coming and they are in the negative. So these two values will be get cancelled out, and 0 is equals to whatever the answer here you have. So v final would be equivalent to the mass m1 2m, the mass of this one, and this will be 0. So here the final velocity of the object will be 0. Got it? Got it? And you can simply imagine that if the both of the object, if one object is moving in this direction and the object is moving in this direction, when they are both of the same mass, so when they collide together, if they stick together, they will not move in any direction. Why they will move? If this is going to have more velocity, then it will move in this direction. If this object is going to have more velocity, then this will move in this direction. Or if this object is heavier, then this object will move in this direction. Or if this object is heavier, then this will move in this direction. So it is simple here that okay, when the two objects of same masses and same velocity, they collide together, okay, and they collide together, then their net resulting velocity will be 0. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Let's move further. Okay, so let's move further. Here, do the question number, this one. According to Newton's third law of motion, justify this as a justification answer. Let's do the question number 13. Do the question number 13.
So minus 1000 kg meter per second.
What are you saying? Minus 1000
Kg meter per second.
kg meter per second. Okay, let me check. So if I'm saying a ball of mass 200 grams traveling with a velocity of 10 meter per second. So assume that a ball of mass, how much kg? It is 200 grams. It is being given to mass of the ball is 200 gram. Okay, that is 200 gram. And here it is moving with the initial. So we assume that its initial velocity is 10 meter per second. Okay, and is stuck by a hockey stick and turned to its original path. Means it is being, if it is coming to this one and then it turns back to its original path, or along with its original path with the velocity of here you can say that it is a 5 meter per second. So here its final velocity will be minus of 5 meter per second. We will consider this one because this one you need to understood here one thing, that if I'm taking this direction as positive, this direction as positive, so this will be considered as negative. So either I have to take this one as negative or this one as negative. I have to choose one. Okay. Okay. So got it, beta. So now let's moving further. We know that that is one. Now calculate the change in momentum occurred in the motion of the hockey ball by the force applied by the stick. Means you have to calculate the change in momentum. Okay, occurred by the motion of the hockey stick by the force applied by the hockey stick. Okay, so you can simply say that change in momentum here. You know that here that you need to calculate the change in momentum. So you need that change in momentum momentum is equals to final momentum minus initial momentum. We know this one. Final momentum is actually the mass into, it is simple. We can simply write here m is equals to v minus u. Okay. Now you have to put here, because mv is the final momentum and mu is the initial momentum. Okay. So you can write here simply m bracket v minus u. So what's the value of v? V is minus of 5. So you can write here that is 200 gram. You have to write here 200 into minus of 5. Okay, and then minus, and then u we have taken already as positive. So that would be how much? That will be 200 into minus 15. You have to take here, and then you multiply these two. What you will get here? Tell me. So when you multiply this one, you will get 3000, 30 when 2 multiplied with this one, and this will be 3000. Okay, that will be minus the 3000, and 3000 here it is saying that if I'm considering this one as positive direction, so this will be considered as negative direction. So here we will have that the change in momentum is of 3000 kilograms meter per second, and in the direction of the ball hit by the hockey. Okay, got it? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Please copy this one.
So,
Yes.
so the mass is given in the gram, but our so the
Sorry,
but it is
sorry for that. Sorry for that. So we have to convert this mass into grams. Sorry for that. So we have to convert this one, and that would be 1 upon 5, or you can write it 0.2. Okay, so you have to assume this one as 0.2. Okay, so that would be mass would be, okay, so that would be 0.2. 0.2. So 0.2 when multiplied by minus of 15, then you will get 3 kilogram meter per second. Okay, minus 3 kilogram meter per second. So I was thinking that 30,000 meter per second, 3,000 meter per second is very, this change is very high. You don't get it. Okay.
sudden.
Done. Okay. Okay. Do question number do question number 14. Try question number 14. If not done, then I will help you. Okay. Done, beta? Or still doing?
So still doing this question.
Done?
So still doing this question.
Still doing? Okay.
Sir, the distance is 2.25 meter.
2.5 meter.
No, sir, 2.25.
Okay. And then
Yes, sir, my answer is the same.
your answer is also same. And the force accepted is? Have you calculated the acceleration first?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
What is the acceleration?
the
Minus 5,000.
Minus 5,000. So you can easily calculate the uh, uh, force accepted by the bullet. That would be F is equals to m into a, and that would be
so 15 Newton.
10. That will be 500. No, 500 not 15 Newton.
So 15 Newton is the force.
15 Newton will be considered as force according to you.
So the force exerted by the bullet
Yes,
is
that will be
15
15.
Newton.
Okay, very good. So let's move to the next question. Do question number 15. I'm not fine today. जाना पड़ेगा डॉक्टर के पास. इस फीवर में बढ़ा रहा हूँ मैं आज तुम लोग को.
So done.
Done. Is your answer?
So here the initial momentum is 500 kg meter per second.
Okay, your initial momentum is 500.
Meter per second. Kg 500 kilometer kilogram meter per second.
Okay, so here we have an object of mass 10 kg that's accelerated uniformly with a velocity of 5 meter to meter per second. So the change in velocity is actually 3 meter per second. So we are doing actually 15 question. Huh? Okay, an object of mass 1 kg is traveling with a straight line, and the initial velocity is this one, that is 5 meter per second. And when it collide with a stationary object, and that is 55 kg,
So we are
and
doing the 16th one.
both move together. So the total mass when they move together, the initial momentum of the object is actually that is m into v, m into u. So when both of them move together, calculate the momentum just before the impact and after the impact. Calculate the velocity of the combined objects. So you can simply calculate. So the total initial momentum. Yes, Maridula, tell me.
So we are doing the 16th one.
You were doing 16th question. I
Yes.
asked you to do the question number 15. Okay, Hamna, have you done the both? Have you done the 15th or 16th?
Sir, 15th.
15th, na? So okay, let's do the 15th first. So here we have the 10. Hamna, have you calculated?
Yes, sir.
What is the combined velocity of the object? What is the combined velocity of the object? Tell me.
Sir, 1.666 meter per second.
1.66 meter per second. Let me check. So here we are saying that the object is moving. So initial momentum will be. So the total initial momentum is equals to total final momentum होता है. Total initial momentum is equals to total final momentum. So you have to write here m1 u1. So m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equals to m, because the object will be combined together. So we can write here m1 plus m2 bracket into v. Okay, this will be the final momentum. Okay, because the object is going to combine. So here we have this one is 10 into initial velocity is, sorry, the mass is 1 into 10 plus m2. Here we have how much? That will be 0, because this initial, because it is a stationary object, so that will become 0. m2 into 0, that will be 5 plus 1 plus 5, that will be 6. You can write here 1 plus 5 into v. What is v? We need to calculate the value of v. So that is v into 6v is equals to actually 10. Got it? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Now this v will be equals to 10 by 6, and whatever the answer comes, that would be the final velocity of the combined object. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So it is being asked that what is the initial calculate just before the collision. So just before it is this one, and after the collision it will be also the same, because the initial and the final momentum remain same. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's moving forward. We have this one question. An object of mass, an object of mass 100 kg is accelerated uniformly from a velocity of 8 meter per second to 5 meter per second to 8 meter per second in 6 seconds. So 5 to 8. I have to do this one. Wait. An object of mass 100 kg is accelerated uniformly from a velocity of 5 meter per second to 8 meter per second. Okay, so the change in and it is being given, the time is being given, so you can easily calculate the acceleration. So it is being asked, you can v minus u upon t, you can easily able to calculate the acceleration. Now that will be 0.5. Okay, and they calculate the initial and the final momentum. So and also change in the force exerted by the object. So you can simply calculate the change in the force, that is F is equals to m into a. So that is the acceleration we have. F is equals to m into a. M is 100 into 0.5. So you can write here 50 Newton. So that will be the change in the force. And now initial and the final momentum, how can you calculate? You can simply multiply these two, that will be the initial momentum. You can multiply these two, that will be the final momentum. Means initial velocity into 100. This is the initial momentum. Initial final velocity into 100 kg. That will be the final momentum. Got it? Got it, Hamna and
Yes, sir.
Marikula? Okay, so that's all for today because I'm not well. So I'm just leaving 5.
Sir,
Okay. Okay.
sir,
Yes, Hamna. Yes, Maridullah.
so to find the initial momentum and final momentum, we will multiply it by
Mass into velocity.
mass is multiplied by the initial
Velocity, yes.
initial velocity.
Yes, that you will get initial momentum will be 100 into 5. That will be 500 kilogram meter per second. And the final momentum would be 800 kilogram meter per second. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's all for today. Okay. I'm not well today. That I'm going to skip 5 minutes before. Okay.